Are we cool?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And you can see me.
Yep.
Yes, and our audience can see us too. So welcome to the 11th. Wow, we are almost finishing 12 weeks of the Essentialists. We are the co-hosts, Coach Michael King Levi, and we are talking about basically what pisses us off.
Yeah.
and can and can but can make a more progress with less effort because this is what we both are here for. So the environment that you see now as the audience, like this dark around you, because we are recording like it is my 5 a.m. like morning. For Levi it's almost a like sleep time, and it's past 9 p.m. And again, like, this is what I've said in some of my videos. Like, I believe when you have a good content, you don't need the green screen and special effects. You don't need the slick studio. It's nice, it helps. But eventually, this is like, people, this is what consistency looks like. Okay?
Yeah.
You just do shit regardless. Yes, it is early. Yes, we couldn't record when it's convenient and nice. But hey, this is life, right? Like, wake up. Like, and this is what you have to do. So this is what we're doing because we have commitment for you with each episode. So yeah, like somebody woke up earlier. For me, it's usual. Somebody will be going to bed a bit later. But like, sorry, with a training program, okay, when it's need to be done, it's need to be done. Like if you want results, find the way. Or, go away. It's very easy. So today we are going to talk about money. It's a good topic. I suggested it, but not in that sense. And I want to talk about money as a declaration of commitment. And since this is like topic, like I suggested, the topic I will open. We are going to little bit to break this, to break our routine of Levi picking up the subject, but I'll be very quick.
I'm I'm
Yes.
happy to let you lead. Happy to let you lead.
Okay. So what is money wise? So now I have a goal. So I've written it a little about. I talked about it. I don't post much about it on Instagram now because it's swimming, and it's kind of, I haven't found out the way to put a tripod safely there just to record me in bathing suit, and it's traumatic anyway. So the less you see me in bathing suit, the better. But so now I'm preparing for my 1K butterfly, and everybody that I told my goal out loud was thinking like, "You mean 100 meters butterfly?" I said, "No, no, no. I mean 1K, like kilometer butterfly in the fall." And the first thing that I did, I hired a coach. Uh, like there was a girl in the pool, not because it was a girl, right? But like she's a swimmer. I saw her do butterfly. I understood that she knows something better than I do, and I am. Um, so I approached her. I said, like, right, like, you do private lessons? She said, yes. Like, I said, okay, how much? She named the sum. I said, fine. We scheduled, and it was a miserable experience for me, but I am so grateful for it because I've learned a lot. And I understood, like, again, I understood this one crucial point that I need to work on it by myself. Basically, this is what I do now, this practice to push my butterfly, like to reach my butterfly goal. And this single lesson is the declaration of commitment that I mean, because it is not about running and hiring a coach. So I'm looking for a coach who can actually build a program for 1K butterfly. Okay, because she's not coming from that area. She's a swimmer. They usually do 200-meter top. All right, it's a speed scale for them. Uh, but with this being said, When I chose to pay money, I paid like we pay money for ourselves. I'm not paying her like I do, but I am paying me to tell by transacting money, by making this transaction. I'm saying to myself that I am worthy and I am serious because I've hired a coach. Like the first thing I did, come on, is what we do, and it's fine. I've opened YouTube and I watched numerous videos and I understood. Guess what? This is how it works. I'm not stupid. Like I have some understanding in biomechanics, right? I understood. I saw the swimmers, I saw the drills, like everything was fine. But I didn't understand shit because in pool, what I did, I thought I was doing, but I never did it until she pointed out to me. So when I chose, okay, to make this investment, I invested in myself, and now I'm repeating myself, but it's your turn now almost, and I will continue later on. So, declaration of commitment is you are immediately putting yourself in a place that I am serious, right? And I am worthy because I'm going to invest. And from there, okay, like the job continues. Um, what do you think about this?
I've used that analogy, or very similar analogy, many times. That paying for coaching is an investment in my number one resource, and that's me. It's something that if I were to go to a workshop, or get a new certification, people don't think twice about it, because that's education. You're becoming smarter. You're investing in yourself because you've got a new certification. But there's been no better teacher than competing for me. Um, you know, paying for your services to guide me, to get me onto a platform, has that journey from sending you the money to stepping on the platform, everything that happens in between that, and then what happens on the platform, is invaluable, because I become a different person because of those experiences. I become a better teacher myself, or a better coach myself. The struggle, as you and I have talked, um, off camera, just about my struggle with trying to balance everything. In time, this will only pay off, and will bring. I know it will bring. Um, it'll bring me, fruit. There won't be this. There will be a harvest. There won't be this dry desert time in my. I mean, it's only going to. Doesn't matter what the struggle is, and there's always going to be a struggle. But I would rather have the struggle, but have the tools to get through the struggle, which is what you're getting when you're paying for coaching. Um, you know, how do I get from point A to point B when there's this gap, in between? How do I, um, you know, get over it, or get through it, or whatever terminology you want to use. And so that investment that I'm making into myself by paying someone else, um, again, it's, yes, there is a value assigned to it, because that's how our systems work. But the return is, again, it's in value. The amount of investment that I can then give to other people because of the investment you've put into me is, again, and you can't put a dollar sign on that. It's just, it's so much more than that. It's so much more. I think about, when I started my online business, before we had ever met, and, and it was about my dad's legacy. And now, because of our relationship, I've been able to reach far more people through the world of kettlebell sport than I ever would have just doing what I was doing previously. And so that many more people are now a part of this Hard to Kill training community, which is in honor of my dad and to continue his legacy. And so to me, that's worth everything.
Thank you. It is, it's about, it's everything. It like eventually it comes down to fear. So psychology of money and psychology of paying is very peculiar thing. And I was like, I think like I'm digging in this, like, because this is what makes us stick, and this is the same as digging in technique of exercise. So here's the thing. Like the very famous Arnold Schwarzenegger's, like there is no plan B, right? Like I didn't have plan B because for me failure wasn't an option. I had a plan A, I had a tunnel vision, and I went to it, right? So here's the thing. Okay, you need to understand something. Like our listeners are, the moment that you begin, like you have a goal, let's say, all right, whatever, and like you want to pick a coach. The moment you begin price shopping, it's often not about coaches. It is often more you are seeking to self-sabotage yourself because money is never an issue, all right? We are constantly lying to ourselves, all right? Alas, there is war, like literally, like almost like happening here, and everything falls down. We're not talking about it. All right, you are always we constantly shop online. We constantly, like, the money is always there, and I'm not talking about you reaching somebody who charges 1,000 grand for an hour. All right, come on, like we're talking reasonable prices of reasonable people that you and I can pay. Trust me, paying $39 per week and $49 per week won't kill you, right? Absolutely won't kill you. But it changes everything within your self-progression, because the moment that you're shopping for lower price, you are automatically searching to fail, because we are willing to pay money that we are willing to lose. And this is the psychology. Like the moment you're thinking, like I will do it if I'll find the coach that charges $19, this $19 you are throwing away, literally. Okay, like burning this money because you are paying for your own failure, right? Because it was never about the goal. It is becoming about finding this cheaper option, and it comes to do with fear. The moment we are afraid, the moment we are not confident that we can get it, we are searching, like subconsciously we're searching for the, like this plan B, like to quit. Okay, like, okay, I'll try it, let me see. Okay, this is how start. I want to see if I can get to the platform and do the 10 minutes. Like, dude, you can. Like, trust me, you can. You just need to have the patience, and you need to believe in yourself. And to believe in yourself, it is the conscious decision to paying that money, and it's not about the money, and prioritizing yourself, your goal, your worth over everything else. And this is how growth happens. When you're declaring again and again, I am worth it, I am enough, I can do it, and I choose to pay myself, although, it becomes, like financially, like it is a stretch, and you need to maybe a little bit, cut something. I'm not talking about food of your children, like from your children. Uh, but this is the only way, okay, it works. And these stories, by the way, okay, like let's talk about it. Like every story, like of a successful person, somehow it always begins that I was broke, I had nothing, So I took loans from everybody I know, and I wanted a Tony Robbins, and it changed my life. Listen, Tony Robbins, with all the respect, did not change your life. You changed your life because you decided to put everything on your life, and for once, you really believe that you deserve it, that you can do it. There's everything about you, and you just needed some external proof. So you took everything, you throw it on Tony's workshop, which is maybe amazing. It's all good. It wasn't about Tony, right? You can come to my workshop. Like at this point, yeah, like you needed somebody to really hype you to feel it. But eventually, it wasn't about them. It was about you, right? And so this is the investment work. The other side of it is this beggar analogy, and I believe I put something on IG about it, like, it was a meme, like I've put recently. So every time you ask for a favor, you put yourself in this very, like, subconsciously position of a poor man, of a beggar, of somebody that needs charity. And it's a very shitty feeling because subconsciously, like, again, we tend to hate people who helps us. We tend to blame them for our failure. So, a friend comes to me asking, like, can you help me and give me training program? Like, I'm a human being, like, I do my own, like, charity. Fine. But you see, I perceive him as, okay, I'll do charity. I'll do something like to be okay with the divine and, to give back to the universe. So here, have a program for free. Do you think he ever finished it? Nope. Nobody ever did, regardless, you see. But now the irony, we meet them after some times. So how was the program? And I didn't do it. What do you do now? I am paying somebody for a program. And then you're feeling like, what the fuck? Like, what? You used me? You did? No, 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 no. It wasn't never about us, all right? It was them who needed to feel, and we actually helped them, maybe, like, all right, to feel like how bad, like, how low it feels when you take yourself to this, beggar, homeless, like, position when you need to beg for programs. Well, when you can, like, you have the money, all right? And then you kind of hate this person very subconsciously, but you don't understand why the resentment is. It's the reason, and it's regardless what you do. It's not about even coaching. You subconsciously hate people who really help you, not because they are bad people. So it's never like about us. It's not about our, like self confidence that I'm a bad coach. No, no, no. It's not about us. It's about them. So when a person gives you that feeling, helps you to feel as if you're a beggar, as if you're like nobody that needs some charity, like here's a sandwich, all right, eat because like you're that poor, it like broods something within us, and then we go, and then they go and begin to invest in themselves by paying to somebody else. So like this is the vicious circle.
I think here in the West anyway, I can't speak for other cultures, but we are busy self-sabotaging. We have no problem wasting money and wasting time on things that we know that we don't need, things that might offer instant gratification, whether that is a food related product or even a training related product. If we're talking about health and wellness, we have no problem wasting money on things like that. But when it comes to actually truly making an investment, it's something. Then now we have reservations now, because oh no, now I've actually got skin in the game, and now I have to follow through with my own. I'm the one that it's on me now. I'm the one that has to do it. And so it's one of those things where, like, we can throw $5, $10, $15 away on complete garbage, and then all of a sudden if we were to eliminate our wasteful spending, we could afford so much more. And it really is not about the money. It's about how we choose to use the money that we have. And um, do you want that to be an investment? Do you want that to be instant gratification that doesn't last? And I don't. I can talk about my personal experiences with this over and over and over. Um, but until a person truly decides for themselves that, again, like you had said in the beginning, I am worth the effort, I am worth the money. This goal matters to me because X, Y, and Z. And so as soon as we can assign that kind of value to it, then it's a non-issue. But some people never get there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Now, this is something I had a conversation with my son, and I asked him, like, why do you, like, what do you think I make you do all this stuff, like education and like finishing these projects and whatever? And he didn't understand. Gave me this bullshit answer that they are taught in school or they're hearing. I don't know, like to study, to have a good profession, and said, no, 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 no. So after like ping pong, and I'm like, my conversation with my children is asking them, like this is coaching. You ask a right question or therapy, same, and let the person to find an answer. Because when I give him the answer, he never remembers it, he doesn't own it, it's mine. When I ask him question and he begins to struggle and he finds an answer, then it stays with him. And I gave him a hint, like why I do all the things I do, why I constantly find goals to myself just to accomplishing them. Like, what the hell? So eventually, he came to understand, and I told him, listen, I am teaching you. Like, I asked him this, like, if I die, like, are you ready for life on your own? Can you? He said, not quite. I said, perfect. Why? Like, because I don't know this and this. I said, all right, fine. Like, and so we developed this conversation. So eventually we arrived to this, that any goal to swim, to lift, to run, to write a book, to write a program, whatever, you are sharpening a skill of accomplishing things to start from point A and to getting to the point B. And this skill is is transmitted to everything in your life. So when you're practicing finishing these 12 weeks programs of lifting, it is the same mentality, it is the same attitude as to starting a family and finishing the family. It's a longer set, but it's the same. It's starting a business and going through every hard stuff on its way, like you go on the program and to eventually, come to a business. And nobody promises us the podium. All right, never. It is not up to us even, uh, like to hope about it, because so many things can turn bad, and like you know it better than I am. All right, because platform has its own rules, like its life of its own. But same in business. All right, nobody promises you like to be the top US, like gym. But you can be a gym who serves good people and you can earn a decent living. And we are fucked up by this comparison from Instagram or like whatever, that we are constantly finding ourselves comparing ourselves to the rock. Like, dude, you will never get there. Come on, maybe. But if now you are not there, like, don't compare yourself to him. Compare yourself but you know what? It's another topic. Let's drop it for a second. We're like, talking like about this investment. So this is we're investing in learning the skill of completing stuff. Like, and I'm trying to like complete the programming book. It's the same. I'm sitting on it, the same as like with the program. Yes, it's hard. Yes, but I need to do it. I'm doing it, and to make it like not a wrap, but I want to say the same that people who are now, like usually when money are an issue, like, and we talk about money, people get mad. You do not know my situation. Like, who the fuck are you to preach me? Like, I am working, blah, blah, blah. Like, listen, dude, first of all, if it was true, then how come the junk food industry just growing and expanding? Like, who's paying for this? Like, if nobody has money, that nobody would eat this shit. But somehow it sells more than vegetables and they're cheaper. All right. Like, so please, all right. Like the porn industry, I was amazed. Like I have a trainee who trains in my studio and he's in IT. So a part of his job was being like the back office of this, like porn sites where you like the live shows where you're pinging and like, like the lady does stuff and you do stuff. And he told us, like, listen, it was amazing. Like, I'm like sitting there as a fly on the wall. So for all the people who think about logging in, there is a sardine on you. All right. But because like somebody like, like it's need to be like, eventually it's computer and it's networking and it's a lot of money. And like, so like the dude, like he said, I was amazed. Like it cost, I don't know, he told me $30 for 10 minutes, something along these lines. 10 minutes, $30. It's a week of coaching. 10 minutes, $30. All right. But let's put it aside. He said, they go, like he and the lady, within a 10 to 20 minutes, he's done with what he came there to do. And then they're talking for 40 minutes. That guy just spill and talks about his wife, his life, whatever, and eventually he's paying $300 per hour. And he does it like 2 times, 3 times per week. And I said, like, what? And don't tell me that you don't have money. Like, check your preferences, please. Because otherwise, like, how this industry is growing. And like, like, please, like, whatever. And let's say you are really tight on your budget and you're okay. Here's the trick. It's not even a trick. This is a healthy approach and the grown-up approach. The best, like there is question when you're asking a person who comes to you saying, what's your budget? And they're like, uh, 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 you never even thought about it. And this is the proof that you're playing with the goal. You're not like really, right? You want the goal, like, oh, I have a dream, and okay, like here, like I found you on the like whatever Instagram or like I want you to train me. And unless you're really rich, which I don't give, like I don't care how much you charge, like give me your PayPal, let's do it. All right? It's reasonable. So I always tell people, like if you want to really like manage and you really want to invest yourself even more, you come to me and saying, listen, coach, I've been following you. I want to attain this. I want you to lead me because somehow I feel that you can. I have a budget. I can pay this sum of money per month because this is what I can afford myself because I am regardless. And this is very beautiful because this is when you are coming as a grown-up saying, yes, like these are my limitations. I don't know how much to charge. I understand it may be more, but I really want that goal so much that I went the extra mile to calculating my budget, saying, okay, this is something I can sustain for a period of time to achieve because I'm worth it, because I want it, because I'm done being afraid. I'm done wasting my life dreaming about accomplishing stuff because my times runs out and like someday is today. So let's roll. But and again, I have family, whatever, and I can pay this much. And I absolutely love people, and I refused none, ever. Like, we always found a way. Like, because if a person really wants to, okay, is passionate about, and he's coming with this um, proposal, then it's like, at least in my case, I will try to find the best way to, okay, like, manage it. So here we go, I believe. Yeah. So declare your commitment. And coaching wise, listen, you don't need a great coach. Like, what you need to understand that the good coach, like with this girl, by the way, like that the swimming coach that I took, she's not she's not Michael Phelps. She's not that great, amazing swimmer. But all I need and all you need ever is somebody who's just little step in front of you. That's it. Because he's close enough for you to reach. And you're saying, okay, I can be there, right? Like, I can get to the Michael Phelps level, all right? Never, not in this lifetime. But somebody who's pretty close to me, I can almost grab it, okay? Just a little bit pulls, and I'm almost there. And this is the best motivation that we have, right? Because it's that close. And eventually, here's the irony that this girl, this coach, and she's like, what, 20, like my daughter's age almost. She actually taught me and showed me physically in water what I was seeing in the videos, and I understood. And the last thing I'm going to say is, we need to know that the neocortex is the latest developed region in our brain. Our motor cortex is the oldest, and they have no connection between them. They're not talking. It's like if Maria now, like your wife is asleep or my wife is asleep, if I ask them, what are we talking about now? They will say like, I don't know. And this is the same, because what I've seen in the YouTube videos, when I tried to understand the butterfly, I understood it. But when I did it in water, I was absolutely blind to my own body until she pointed out to me. And this is what fucking coaching does. People, come on, wake up. Right? It's not about ego. It's not about us being stupid. It is about us being blind to our own body. She told me, but you are using your knees instead of like this wave. And I've seen it. I know it. Please, like, I've seen this video of deconstruction on a butterfly, but I did not know that what I'm doing. I wasn't aware until she put my nose into it, and that's it. And it's like the only YouTube video I needed to see. It's my own YouTube video. All right, to feel it, and that's it. And now I know like where to go until I'm going to her for next lesson, because she's very close to me again, and to make another leap. This is like the basic and the simplest way to understand, because you have the money, but you do not have the time. All right, and the moment you understand this, you will achieve so much more in so much less. Okay, it was basically almost soliloquy today. But again, okay. The next episode we are going to make about you. Okay, Levi, so prepare. You're going to. Oh, you're going to be after a competition. So yeah, you're going to talk, man.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. But yeah, next episode is all about you. So you're going to hear Levi next week. All right, people. Okay, thank you. It's early morning for me. It's late night for Levi, and thank you for staying with us. The topic is not pleasant. It's always irritating because it's very, very close, and it's like a supposed root canal in your teeth. But like again, like the more it hurts, the more we need, like, this is the thing you need to discuss, not how the muscle grows, not the protein exchange, and not whether I do 3 by 6 minutes or 6 by 3 minutes. No, you need to talk about this. Everything else will fall in its place. And with this, I believe, time to say goodbye, like the
definitely bad time for me.
All right.
Okay.
So thank you for being with us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the conversation. Leeway is always a pleasure. Thank you for your input. And we will see you in the next episode, good people.
Good night.
Goodbye. Good night. Stop recording.